welcome to my channel. My name is Ellie and today I am starting my next video, but I actually have already started it. I just haven't filmed the intro or talked about anything. So yeah, let's get into it. I am halfway through the year. Well, I mean, we all are halfway through the year, not just specifically me. And that means I am halfway into my reading year, which also means that I have been feeling a little bit stressed about my reading blanket. The last reading blanket I did was in 2023 and I finished that in August 2024. So that says a lot, I think. I really need to get a head start. Well, I've got a head start. I need to get on with my blanket essentially. So my plan is to just work on it. Basically, I'm going to start by connecting the squares together even though we're only halfway into the year, and I'm going to try and get up to date with all my squares. I am actually only about 4 or 5 squares behind, which I'm pretty proud of. I've been trying to work hard towards, like, I don't know, the 20th to the 30th of every month to make the squares that I've read for that month, so I don't have too many, and I'm sort of averaging about 5 to 12 books a month. It really depends on how many audiobooks I listen to. I am mostly an audiobook reader. Some people would say that's controversial. It's because I work full-time, I'm a mum, and I own a small business, so I've got a lot going on. It's a lot easier for me when I'm working at work or driving in my car, because I do have a bit of a commute. I drive about 40 minutes one way to work and back. Yep. It's easier for me to listen to audiobooks than it is for me to read a physical book. So I have been mostly audiobook reading this year, but I have read a few physical books, and I've also been trying to make it through my physical TBR, which now is down to like 5 or 6 books. I have not been buying books because I'm on a bit of a buying ban on top of everything, and I've also just sort of maybe rejigged what I care about in life, and I've been unhauling books. So not that it really matters, it just is to tell you that's why I mostly listen to audiobooks. Anyway, I don't know how many books I'm up to, so let's check that out and then see how many squares I've got left to do. And I'm going to admit to you now, I've actually started filming this video already, so I've already done some parts of this video, which is why I know I've only got like 4 or 5 squares to go to get up to date. And I've also started connecting my squares already, so I'm going to show you that too. But first of all, I'm going to tell you how many books I've read so far this year, and then we're going to do a little jump into the last few days of my work that I've been doing. I've been connecting the squares after work every day this week, and also getting up to date on squares. I sort of started last week on Friday, and today is a Wednesday. It's my work from home day. So yeah, anyway, let's pull up my reading. I'm so sorry if I keep going blurry and such. I'm not too good at my camera making sure it works. I use a tracker on my phone, well, on Google Sheets should I say, to track all my books. I know it's very bright and currently I've scrolled down, so you can't really see much, but there are a lot of books there. I track lots of information on it. This one is originally, I can't remember who it was originally by, but if I remember I will try link the person who made it, and I've edited it a lot to fit me a bit better. But another booktuber, well, a booktuber I used to watch, did make this tracking sheet. Read 52 books so far this year. I also track like page count, rating, the month I read it in obviously. So yeah, I also on the end here, well, you can really see, but I've got this column here. This is the colours I plan on doing for all of my book squares, and I have 5 to go. So I've got to do Electra by Jennifer Saint, Wild Dark Shore by, who's that author? Charlotte McConaughey, and then 3 Gregor the Overlander books, which is Gregor and the Curse of Warmbloods, Gregor and the Marks of Secret, and Gregor and the Code of Claw by Suzanne Collins. So I've got 5 to go, which I think is not too bad. I did do a few last week. So now we're going to go back into Past Alley to, you know, just see what I've been up to. And that will include me attaching my squares together. So I will come back shortly. Hello, it is past me coming in because I'm going to have filmed some parts in the future. I think. I don't know. I haven't really started this vlog yet. I've just been recording little bits. But I wanted to go through the squares I've made in this time that I'm not really going to talk too much about. I made this one here, which is The Tenant by Frida McFadden. Have you noticed I've read a lot of her books this year? I did realise I only did 2 in the corners here for some of them, but that's okay. I'll figure that one out. I also did this one here, which is, I think, Gregor and the Mark of Bane. The Bane? I don't remember. I'm reading the Gregor, the Overlander series, so there'll be a few books from that, including this one. I also have done Catching Fire. No, this one's Mockingjay from the Hunger Games. And then this one is This Is Happiness by Niall Williams. Oh, I said that weirdly. And this one also might be one, so I will add a little thingy in. And that's where I'm up to. So I'm now going to go back to attaching everything together, because the reason why I wanted to do that little insert is because I am currently attaching squares together. So I'll be on my 3rd row. So I have 3 rows of 7 plus 1 square left over. So, oh sorry, I was on a weird angle. That's where I'm up to. So this is where I'm now up to in present time. I have connected some squares together, like 2 sections, well 3 sections here. So I've got 4 across and so many deep. Maybe I will show you. So, oh, my chair. Sorry guys. It's hard to see because I haven't done, you know, the in-between sections yet, because I'm wanting to just connect long columns and then I'll do the rows. But I think I've done, I think it's 8. Yeah, 8. And I tried to do it where I didn't have two similar colours next to each other. And I think I did pretty good because it was all randomly picked. I just did have one down here where I had 2 blacks connected to each other. But I think because one's quite a dark square and one's a lighter square, well, light as it can be, it's not too noticeable. So that is where I'm up to with these. And I think this is 28 squares. And because I've read, did I tell you how many books I've read this year? Because I've read 52 books, it's going to get a lot bigger. This is not big enough though, so we're going to go bigger. That's where I'm up to with this. And then I've also got one more section I've connected, but unfortunately I wasn't counting, and I've got 10, no. On that one I've got 8 sets of 2, on this one I've got 9 sets of 2, so I couldn't connect this to that because, you know, I would have an extra set at the bottom, and that sort of makes sense. So I've just decided to stop connecting them together for now, and I'm going to focus on creating the squares that I've got to do. So I want to have at least 4 more squares, which is good because I've got 5 more to make for this video, before I then connect this pile to that pile, if that makes sense. So I actually also have started on that. This is one that I didn't put on my original list because I made this on Monday and I've already ticked it off. But this is Catching Fire. This is Catching Fire because I reread the Hunger Games series. So I've got that one to do, and then I will do the other 5, but one of them will be, 2 of them actually will be left off until a later date when I make more squares. So yeah, that is where I'm up to. So now I'm going to make my 5 squares I have to make, and then I'll come back and catch up with you when I'm ready to connect everything together. Okay, it is now just after 4 o'clock and I need to go pick my daughter up very soon. But I'm done. I have managed to finish all my squares, so I'm fully up to date. And tonight I'm going to pull in the ends of these squares and then I will attach things together and I'll show you my up-to-date blanket. Which is a lot of work actually, I think, so I'll probably finish filming this on the weekend. But that is where I'm up to. So I'm going to show you the squares I've done. I think I've sort of mentioned them all. There might be one or two that I haven't mentioned throughout time, but I will at the end of the year do a full wrap up, I think, on all the squares and blanket everything. Not that anyone really cares too much, but I care and I love sharing it. So here is what's what. This one is Wild Dark Shore by, oh gosh, is it Caitlin McConaughey? I've forgotten her name already. I know her last name's McConaughey, I'm pretty sure. And it is like a navy blue, black, and like a little star colour, because it's sort of, the book is set in an island close to Antarctica, kind of like between Australia and Antarctica, or New Zealand and Antarctica. So yeah, and it's a mystery, and it has sort of on the cover like really dark sky but stars, because you know there's not much pollution out there. So that's what this is based on. And then I have, I don't know, I think this is the next one in the Gregor series, Gregor the Overlander series. This is the Curse for Warm Bloods. Pretty sure it's like a teal cover. And then we have this one, which is the Marks of Secret, I think. And then this one is the Code of Claw. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. So those are the last 3 Gregor the Overlander books. There's 5 total in the series. Yes, there is. So I've already done the other 2. I really like the way this one turned out. This one, in hindsight, I should have swapped the pink and this. The book itself is actually like a vibrant purpley pink colour, with also some blue. It's kind of a weird, ugly colour. Well, ugly cover, even though I love purple. Something about it just makes my eyes hurt. But this is what I ended up doing because I thought the colours worked best this way. It is hard when I'm trying to use scrap colours and I've only got so much available in comparison to if I was buying things specifically for each book cover. I'd end up with lots of yarn but some really good matches. So I work with what I have. It's sort of like a scrappy blanket, but not fully scrappy because I'm using just full skeins that I have. Anyway, I will see you when I do my next little update, which should be everything connected together. I am very happy to say I am now up to date with my reading blanket, and I will add in some b-roll footage of me holding it. I have now connected all but 3 squares together and it's looking good. So I think doubling this size by reading for the next 6 months will be good for me, because it'll fit on my bed a bit better and it'll look cool. I'm just so happy with how it's turned out. A few like little things I want to mention is that I originally was planning on doing a white border around everything, but then as I was doing that, didn't like the way it looked. So now I just actually, I know some people don't like this method, but I personally do, is I've just single crocheted the squares together. So when you look on this side, there is a slight white border, but it's not too noticeable. Yeah, I'm loving it so far. Obviously I haven't pulled in any ends. from the connection rows, and there are a few I don't love next to each other, but I'm just gonna do it what I can with it, you know. And I've seen one mistake I made. This square here I have put in the wrong way. It's this is the back side and I put it on the front side, but I'm not changing it. I'm keeping it. I think it just makes it more unique, I guess. And then I have 3 squares that I haven't connected yet that I'm saving for my next rows. Yeah, I haven't finished any more books because it's only been like a day since my last, or 2 days since I last filmed, and I haven't had a chance to finish any books. I've been really busy with work. But I do have one question. I want someone's advice on this one. This book here is Sunrise on the Reaping, which I'm currently rereading. Do I make the square again, or do I just do it once? Because the whole idea is that like every book I read, I do a square. But I've already read this book this year, so I'd like your guys' advice on whether or not I should remake the square or maybe do a different version of it. Because it's just sort of like my own blanket, but I would like each book to become a square. So give me your thoughts on that one. Otherwise, that is all I have to share about my update on my reading blanket, and I'm going to check in with you guys again at the end of this year for this blanket, because now I'm really up to date. I'm so proud of myself for just having a mostly finished blanket. So yeah, I'm going to take a break from it for a little while. I will tend to do all the squares at the end of the month, but I might even give it 2 months now while I focus on some other things like my birthday, my daughter's birthday, life, you know. And yeah, I will do another video end of this year or early next year. Probably early next year, realistically, because I will not have finished. I'll need to finish the blanket for the next one. So that's where we're up to. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure you subscribe to my channel and also check out my other social media. I'm not super active right now, but I'm trying to be. I'm just busy with life. I am trying to upload every 2 weeks, however, on YouTube. So this is this week's video. See you guys later. Bye.